was 0.36 amps all the way through the corner. Now, the engine has had oil applied to the main bearings on the drivers, but that's the only change other than adjusting a couple of pipes that were hitting the trailing truck, and there was a burr on the trailing truck that was causing it not to slide smoothly from side to side. Removed that burr, and looks like it's performing flawlessly. Okay, we have 612 here. This is directly out of the box. This will be the first time power is applied. Did check the trailing truck just to make sure it didn't have any burrs on it. It did not, so it's free floating. Everything looks fine out of the box. This one did have a window frame that had fallen out of it during shipping. Just a little RC56 put it back in place, as you can see. So let's see how it does. So this is the 20-inch radius test. Back. Okay, all wheels are on the track, so we're going to give it another go. As you notice, I sort of learned my lesson on the smoke. That's just what came from Broadway, so it comes preloaded with plenty of smoke to get you started. Normally I use JTs. Also, I've been using MTATH and JTs works really well. Broadway's is pretty good. So I would say 612 is a resounding success. Plenty of smoke. By the way, someone had commented on the smoke, and on the smoke it comes set at 70 and 80 out of a possible 255. So the smoke is actually on a pretty low setting. So if you want to set off the smoke alarms, it looks like if you jack it up to a higher number, you'll have even more smoke than what we have here. smoke up in the air there. You can see it's shooting the smoke up pretty high. Shooting at least about 2.5 feet up in the air. Now the difference between today's video and the previous day's video is, on this video here, I do not have the fan turned on to circulate air in the garage. We'll do that one more time on a wider view. Okay, we have adjusted the CVs and we set it up for engine number 612. I also changed the whistle to the number 2 whistle, which most people seem to like better. And so we'll just let it march off here, and then we'll move on to the next one. All told, that's about 10 trips up and down through the 20-inch curve. No binding. This particular engine runs at 0.43 amps. We'll let 612 steam off into the sunset here, and we'll be ready for 610, and the American Freedom Train will be our next test project. When 610 pulled the Freedom Train through part of Texas in 1976. So since this is the 4th one and should be the final one in this series, except for when the southern version gets here, I thought I would share some things I've learned after unboxing 4 of these and things to check for. So some of the neat features, obviously this is one of the first engines I'm aware of to have a stack light right here that lights up. It's not real bright, but when you look for it, you know it's there, and it's a neat additional feature. You have an LED headlight. All the painting and decaling on all the engines has been just super sharp. Paint is just custom quality throughout. Some things to watch out for. On the trailing truck, one of the engines had a little burr at the hole up here at the front where it wasn't letting the truck go from side to side. Just flicked it off with my fingernail, put a drop of oil on it, and hadn't seen any problems since. This blowdown assembly right here can, during packing, when it was packed, be pushed in or bent in. And I know it's sort of scary to put it back straight like it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be straight vertically this way. It's not supposed to be pushed in towards a trailing truck. But that's what was causing the one trailing truck on the previous video to occasionally come off, was because it wouldn't allow the side-to-side movement that's necessary for it to go around a curve. In the box, it comes with an extra smokestack, different style, in case you're going to want the engine version just to be a little bit different. The bell is nice, but it's a non-moving bell. It does not move. Everything seems to be soldered well. Okay, your whistle, probably the whistle brace, if you wanted to be totally 100% accurate, the whistle brace would be black instead of gold or brass colored. When you're holding the model, watch out for this pipe right here that goes into the top of the cylinders. It looks like it's more of a press fit, and if you grab like that up there, most likely you're going to pop that pipe off. Okay, so that's a couple of things to watch out for. Also, your window here, normally it's going to be the other side window. This one did not have the issue, but there's actually a cutout in the foam that you want to watch out, because the window, the red frame window, actually has a wind shield or wind guard that sticks out at a 90-degree angle. And if you lay that directly on the foam, then it will actually push that window into the cab, and you'll find that you've got a window floating around. The good news is RC56 on a toothpick and a pair of tweezers. You can put it back in. The RC56 dries completely clear, so that you won't even know you had to make that adjustment to it. Make sure when you lift the cab deck for the first time, deck plate between the tender the first time, make sure it's not hung on the drawbar. And then what I found on the drawbar, two things, is a pair of needle point tweezers. If you just put the tweezers on both sides of the wires and gently push the wires into the socket, that seems to work good. And then with the same pair of tweezers, the drawbar is a flat piece on the engine, and then on the tender it's got a hook like that. And so with the same tweezers, just clamp lightly on the drawbar and put the two together. The doghouse on the American Freedom Train version, the doghouse does not come with the engine. And then for those of you that either do or do not want your doghouse, on the standard models that had doghouses, there's two screws that come out from the bottom of the tender deck that allows the doghouse to be removed. The doghouse does have glass in it, as do all the windows. Vent windows all have glass in them, and then of course obviously the cab is really well lit with nice detailed gauges, so it looks like a nice operating end of a back of a steam locomotive. Had one engine that the ladder coming up the back, the only contact point for being soldered or connected is the rail that goes over the top. And apparently, again, a lot of this is the damage that I've seen on some of them. It's just minor little stuff that you don't like having to mess with. But most of it's just something's popped out of place because when it was being pushed down into the foam, someone put their finger in the wrong place. So the opposite's true for all of us owners now. If we can be aware of the ladder and that it can grab on the foam. Same thing with the brake lines. Same thing. They've got some nice padding in the box and blocks to support protecting the walkway chain and the stanchions. But just be aware of those particular type of items when you're grabbing the model so that you don't inflict any damage. It does have a backup light on it. It's not, the center driver is blind, but then the post for each of the rod bolts is out from the wheel just a little bit so that it gives you plenty of clearance between the counterweights and the rods. One of the problems that the Sunset models had was that if you got on too tight of a radius, the counterweight stuck out far enough that it would actually grab the rod, and when it did, all too often it would snap the rod. So with that said, let's see how this one runs. Okay, so 610 Freedom Train version. So let's apply power and see what we have. Okay, so if you can see the little white dot, that is the smoke light. Okay, so you just saw it go off, and then you can barely see it through the smoke. So a little artificial wind there. So there's the reverse headlight, or reverse backup light. Of course it goes off when going forward. So engineer and fireman figures. And of course 610 for the American Freedom Train had the white running boards and the white wall tires just as accents. You see a little bit on the smoke where it's actually lighting up the smoke. So as you can see, we actually get a little bit of smoke highlight here in the dark. Let's just move it forward and see what we get here. You can see it pretty good right there. So it actually works. Okay, so the stack light just came on and you can see it in the smoke. Okay, so we're going to reverse around the 20 here. Okay, so we've got the 610 reversed, and let's fire her up. Okay, we're going to turn on the headlight. And the headlight comes on dim, and then when you give it throttle, the headlight will get brighter. Probably don't want to come any closer to that direction since that would be off on the floor. So we're going to back the engine up. This is speed step 1 out of 128. Speed step 2. Speed step 3. Speed step 4.